Didn't take as long as I thought. The thing is, if I want to make this a two-piece, I have to make a shirt. Okay, so, hey guys. So it's been like a week or two since I worked on this shirt. And I was debating whether to make sleeves, but I probably won't do that. Yeah, I decided not to include the first 2 days of working on the shirt because it's kind of confusing, but just here's a quick little version. Okay, so I kind of pinned it on. Yeah, so basically this is what I'm working with right now. And it's just like, first of all, not enough fabric up here. And it's like it's not as flattering right now. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to figure out how to do this. It's honestly like, I don't know what I was doing. I should have just like not worked on it while I was like already tired from making the skirt. Like I feel like, I don't know. Like I don't know why I didn't just keep this normal thing. Like I don't remember what I was doing because I could have just left it. I'm gonna unpick this thing, this like straight stitch that I did right here to make it shorter and like see if this fixes my problems. Ooh, so shiny. I unpicked, you know, like what I had before, and so there is like a lot more fabric up here, and obviously it is just a floof right now, but I think that overall not bad for whenever I made this one. Like, I don't know how to attach this part, but all I can say is afar in the camera, it looks great. I might just create the waistband first because we need to see some progress with this shirt because this has been sitting in my room for like 2 weeks. How long has it been? 2 weeks. I've disconnected basically the top and the waistband again so that it's just the waistband, and I pinned it to where the front part needs to lie. And then, so these are the buttons, right? So it's like a smaller version of the ones on the skirt. I think I should like probably hem the bottom first, right? So that I know exactly what this length will be. Finish off the bottom. I think I've decided that I'm gonna use 4 buttons out of the 5, just in case I need another one like at the top where the shirt part wraps. Okay, so it's been a little bit, and I decided, as you can see right here, that I was just gonna use half kind of the pattern that Kiana made for her corset video and the corset video that I did following that. But anyway, I decided to make like 2 pieces. The waistband part, I just like did 1 button because I ended up having to, basically I have to hand sew it because the sewing machine, because I tried it, but I think it's just a little too fast and like too powerful, so I have to be really precise and like do it by hand. But anyway, I just did 1 so that I could see what it looked like and then work on the top part. So what my thought is, I'm gonna do this and then connect it right here. So I just have to pin where I want them and hopefully just, I don't know how it's going to meet up in the middle. It can't be secured here, you know, because it's a wrap top. Like how else would you get it on and off? But for right now, I think that looks good. That's my update. But basically, this is the inside layer, you know? So I'm just going to, like, to hold that in place and definitely change the shirt a lot, but I think it's gonna turn out better. Sorry, it's like kind of a mess. It's okay. It looks like a flower, like a rose or something. Okay guys, today's definitely gonna be the day, right? It has to. I kind of have to finish this. What you last saw was I sewed in I sewed in the back portion. Basically, like I sewed the bottom, and then the last thing I did, I just pinned where I'm gonna have to sew up the sides, because obviously there's not really, I can't think of a better way to like sew this in since it's already, I don't know how to explain it, but basically this is what I have to do. I folded this in and just tucked it in, and I'm just gonna have to like make a straight stitch like right here. And then I think that's it for the back portion basically. I'm just gonna like keep going with the flow and just sew these things up. Put it back on just to try it out. And look, this is the back. It's not just a strip of fabric. It's definitely more of like an open back. Hopefully me and my sister have the same like rib cage wideness. but I think this might be just fine as it is because it's already staying up somewhat. All I can say is it definitely looks better than the first version of the shirt. I think I'll just create the inner layers so that I can sew in the straps. I'm a little bit too lazy, so since I got a bunch of bias tape like a while back, I think I'm just gonna finish off using bias tape. I feel like there's a lot of things that could have went completely wrong, but I just got lucky. So basically, well, first of all, yeah, and what I'm talking, okay, the straps were like this close to being too short, like not enough, right? But I managed to sew them in. I was like actually really proud about this hemline, this part, and then like connecting, you know, having the strap come out of it, and it just looks really nice, and I think it gave it like a really nice shape. The other thing is basically because I haven't sewed the other buttons in, it's like really hard to get this on, and I'm like worried about ripping it like every time I'm trying to like show you guys. But technically you could just leave it like this, but I just, having like open shirts, you're just worried all the time. Maybe some sort of like, I can make a hole right here, or like with like grommets or whatever, like the little eyelet thingies, and then make like a little bow, or like you can tie it or whatever. Or I was even thinking like a tiny little like corset detail here, but then I was like, okay, that's way too much work. I'm already needing to hand stitch the rest of these buttons on, so I don't know if that's flattering. Doesn't really look like flattering. I feel like it should just be closed or open, you know, like it's kind of weird. How do you like it so far? It's like definitely like has taken a bunch of loop-de-loops in the creating process, but it's like such a pretty color. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad. I will be right back and I'll hand stitch everything. The buttons. I have to rework like this buttonhole because I'm really scared of it just unraveling, so let's go. I finished the buttons and the buttonholes. Need to obviously like finish off a lot of like the inside because it's like fraying and I don't want it to like completely disappear. I'm trying to put these buttons on, and since they're so tiny of buttons, they like dig in. They dig into your thumbnail. How is the top one not working? Isn't there a way to get like a button through a buttonhole? Put a rubber band, feed it through the buttonhole. Me having it on with just one button, but this one button is now not wanting to go through. Or like it's not, it's like barely reaching. I'm going insane. I realized that I could just move over the buttons because I have a lot more space anyway. Like, so I just moved over the buttons, so now it fits with this top part. Maybe I should just leave it as is kind of, but just add. Oh my god, literally I could just use one of these pieces from my first rendition of this. Kind of like that. Like, I mean, it'll be inside and it'll be peeking out, and since it's like it's still like long, then you can like tuck it in here so that it stays put and doesn't like scrunch out, you know? Oh yeah, so this will be super easy. I'll just like literally like put it in. I think that will finish off this shirt and the look with the two-piece set and stuff. This is just like such a pretty fabric. I'm so glad we found it. It looks a lot like nicer and prettier in like this type of like natural lighting, because I feel like when I saw it at Joann's, like I was like, wow, that's like pink. Now that I like see it in this light, less fluorescent lights, it just definitely has like this nice like rose. You can't see my face. Okay, so I actually put on jeans, just so maybe you could see what it would look like with jeans. But anyway, yeah. So basically I just sewed a flap like to the inside of this so that like now it just has a straight across that is just tucked under this layer, and yeah, definitely I think it definitely solved all of my problems, and now I feel good about saying I am finished with this project. Here is my tulip top, because it looks like a tulip or a rose or something. These are petals, and this is another petal. It's like definitely a tulip. This is what the back looks like. Doesn't really go with like the shape of my bra since it's like a racer back. You get the idea. And then I'll also get my sister to model it, which will be in just a second. Ta-da! But yeah, you'll see what that looks like on her. What do you guys think? So I hope you guys enjoyed that little reveal video, and I hope you guys enjoyed the entire video. Hopefully it wasn't too hectic. I know it was for me a little bit. Yeah, if you enjoyed, make sure to give a like and subscribe if you're new. And if you're subscribing today, welcome to my room and welcome to my sewing adventures. We're gonna do a lot more. I have a lot of ideas. I just have been stuck on this one for some reason. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time, next week. Bye!